This breaking news is from India. U.S. and India have wrapped up their trade talks in the national capital, New Delhi. U.S. Trade Representative for South Asia, Brendan Lynch, led the American side during the day-long negotiations, while Senior Commerce Ministry official Rajesh Agrawal represented India during the meeting. Originally planned for August 25th in New Delhi, but postponed after President Trump imposed a 25% punitive tariff on India on August 7th, along with a 25% reciprocal tariff, among the steepest duties faced by any U.S. trading partner. An additional levy linked to India's purchase of Russian crude oil took effect on August 27th. Let's talk to our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs. We'll get our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs later in our broadcast, but this is breaking news coming in our newsroom at this hour. And the trade talks in the national capital, New Delhi, between India and the United States have wrapped up. U.S. Trade Representative for South Asia, Brendan Lynch, led the American side during the day-long negotiations, while Senior Commerce Ministry official Rajesh Agrawal represented India during the meeting. Let's now talk to our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhant Subol. Sidhant, do we know what was agreed upon in this meeting?
Well, essentially, the meeting is something that is going to lead to a larger conversation. But first, let me tell you where I'm standing. I'm standing just in front of India's Commerce Ministry. The talks got over after a period of 7 hours earlier in today morning. The assistant USTR went to this building and held conversation with his counterpart. But remember, why this meeting is significant is first because this is the first top delegation from US when it comes to trade traveling to India since the imposition of 50% tariffs on India, of which 25% tariffs are primarily because India has been importing Russian energy. The second, of course, is that this is going to pave way for a larger conversation due to happen in Washington very soon. We know that both sides have drawn the red line. The Indian side has said when it comes to the sectors like agriculture, like MSME sector, like small producers, the focus will be on protecting them, and that is something that the Indian Prime Minister himself has said. While the US side has said that they would like to have more market access, India buying more from the US, and they're looking at areas like the energy sector, India importing more American energy. But essentially, finding a common ground is the big question. Finding a mutually acceptable solution is the big question. And essentially, we will perhaps get to know how fruitful the conversation was today here in Delhi in matter of few weeks, because both sides are hoping and optimistic that they could conclude a trade agreement at least in a few months before the year gets over. And also it depends on the political direction by the two leaders, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the US President Donald Trump. Both leaders are expected to meet on the sidelines of the ASEAN summit in Malaysia next month, and that of course will be significant in many ways as to how both sides give a direction. But all in all, an important development, green shoots of recovery in the political relationship between India and the US.
That is our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhant Subol, live in New Delhi. If you're just joining us, the talks between US and India have just wrapped up their trade talks in the capital, New Delhi. U.S. Trade Representative for South Asia, Brendan Lynch, led the American side during the day-long negotiations, while Senior Commerce Ministry official Rajesh Agrawal represented India during the meeting. We are awaiting the final communique from both India and the United States on what they talked about.